Welcome back, everybody. It is Tuesday. What's that? October 30th, 6:32 p.m. Having finished dinner, I return to my room. I lean against the wall to take a small break. I can't afford to take a long break. As soon as I've recovered a little, it's time to keep moving. The sun is already setting. I have to make the most of it before it's gone completely. It's crystal clear what I have to do. Establish trust with the one that I think is most likely to be the real human. Time to go. I stand up. Time to meet with the one I think is the right choice. The game really hasn't given us a lot of time with most of the ladies at this point to really pick one way or the other, I think. Also, we had a lot of lore that I wanted to look at. Yeah, okay, let's go through here. Alright, what have we got? Having watched them for a few days, I can still not get used to these servants of Satan. These ethereal beings served as protectors of Satan's personal domain. And though they look vaguely human in shape, they reject us, and we are intimidated by them, making it hard to live together. Some among us acted like naive children and worshipped them as holy beings at first. But that has since changed and nobody is too fond of them anymore. An administrator who walked alongside one of these beings once stepped on the mist by accident, and it instantly lashed out at him and tossed him away. They do not appear to possess any emotions whatsoever. But I can't say anything for certain. Have they really been sent here for the purpose of helping us? In my humble opinion, they have a mind of their own which they follow. Okay. What exactly was that referring to? Year 20XX. Easter letter from the... I don't know how to pronounce that word. I'm terribly sorry. Mammon's blessings upon each and every one of you, my dear fellow brethren in faith. I am sure most of you are to some degree familiar with the failed resurrection of Berith in 1600. Berith was a rebel who dared challenge his great father Satan's throne, and lost. Berith wanted his sins to be washed away in blood, but Satan did not respond to his pleas. My dear friends, we have chosen the day where Berith's followers failed spectacularly, and shall use it to remember and praise Lord Mammon. Trust me when I say I sympathize with lambs who have lost their shepherd. But the failure of Berith's resurrection shows that we need to be properly prepared. Please remain faithful as you put the finishing touches on our new home. On this glorious Easter day, Bishop Kwon Kim. Okay, we have a failed attempt at overtaking Satan. Shocking. Important note to all villagers. As of today, we are proud to confirm every household has working water and electricity. Oh, hell yeah. Though it was a long and difficult undertaking, our connections to various officials have enabled us to siphon power from other towns in the province, allowing us to keep Hope Hill's existence a secret without sacrificing quality of life. Oh, well, this is brand new information, so this town technically doesn't even exist. Huh. We are still highly dependent on generators and our own limited fuel reserves, however. So please bear in mind, all lights have to be turned off at 11 p.m. Our motel being the only exception. Huh. I see. Alright, let's check out about vampire hunters. It would be easy to portray vampire hunters as fanatic radicals with a lust for bloodshed, but the truth is most have a very personal motive and have lost friends and family to these beasts. This in turn means that the mark of a vampire's doing were clearly left on the bodies in these particular instances. Only careless or overconfident vampires would leave traces, as most try to keep their existence a secret. Because of this, it is actually common for vampires to not interfere with vampire hunters on a job. In their eyes, those who get hunted were reckless enough to get discovered, which is bad for all vampires collectively. Silver bolts and crossbows are used when hunting. these silver bolts are retrieved and resharpened in order to be used again. Although there have been a lot of debates about the actual usefulness of silver bolts, field experience has shown them to be effective, though not as effective as in the earlier days of vampire hunting. These bloody hunts usually end with the vampire defeated, though nearly always at the cost of many hunters' lives. Alright, tell me about the fox spirits. The legend of the nine-tailed fox spirit is one commonly found all over East Asia. One of the first mentions of them in Classic of Mountains and Seas goes, the land of Qingqi, I don't know how to pronounce this, I'm so sorry, lies north of Tianmu. The foxes there have 4 legs and 9 tails. Geographically, this country of foxes appears to be located where Korea is. In East Asian folklore, especially China and Japan, these fox spirits are able to mesmerize people and assume the shape of a beautiful, evil woman. This is different in Korean folklore, where these fox spirits show great efforts to become human and often face severe tragedy in their quest to do so. It is said they have to eat 1,000 livers and then marry a man and abstain from all manner of violence for 1,000 days to become human. A curse which makes one's imagination run rampant and explains why some among them would prefer to remain human indefinitely and shed their primal predatory nature. Famous fox spirit researcher Wan Tae-han, active during the Japanese colonial era, established many theories. Fox spirits gain new powers by entering a forced contract with the devil, abandoning free will and their own life in the process. In other words, their struggle to become human is an attempt at escaping from this otherwise eternal evil. These theories are still a major influence on modern-day researchers, and the link between fox spirits and the devil is a theory commonly accepted within demonology circles. So, kitsune, kumiho, work for the devil. The more you know. Hell's ancient outskirts, Origo. Many records of hell nowadays stem from the same source, the devil worshipper and scholar Alonso Brusca, who kept meticulous notes of his findings. Alonso had many talks with Mephistopheles, who was interested in humans and provided valuable information about hell itself. This is but a short excerpt. Alonso: So please tell me, is it true you reside in the capital of hell? Mephisto: Yes, although my hometown lies in hell's outskirts, Origo. That is its name. Humans think of hell as a place of only suffering and misery. Yet there must be so many more places there we know nothing about. It does not matter if you release a fish out into the dry desert or onto a lush field. Both are equally painful. Does hell interest you humans so much that you want to carry on this conversation? According to these writings, Origo is located in the old outskirts of hell. Of course, this info requires one to 100% trust Alonso's words. One thing is for sure, this information won't be of much help to humans headed to hell. As Mephisto said, it is no place for us either way, and only pain awaits. Alright, what have we got? Ritual info, altars, about monsters, plague, about monsters, manipulation. Summoning a monster must be awe-inspiring, right? I doubt you've ever pulled it off. If you did, you wouldn't be reading this right now, eh? Our magazine has prepared a special lasting multiple months on all things ritualistic. This piece here is all about altars. No summoning is possible without the right location and a matching altar. 3 essentials form the basics that are required: the right materials, the offering, and the summoner. The altar is connected to the demonic realm through a conduit. You've seen summoning circles in nearly every movie with supernatural themes, right? That's pretty much the real deal. There needs to be an offering to the monster. The role of the summoner is self-explanatory. These 3 essentials are what's required for a ritual. But don't rush into it just yet. Those are just the basics. Okay? Avid readers of our magazine will already know there are various types of monsters, right? Since we've received a lot of questions on the topic, let's take a closer look. Today's category is plague, also blight, and epidemic sometimes. Ah yes, my favorite DBD monster, epidemic. These are rare monsters who are extremely powerful and fear-inducing. Naturally, every plague throughout mankind's history was terrible enough to be recorded in books, right? If there were more monsters of this kind, surely we would no longer even exist. That is because monsters that fall into this category are always waiting for the perfect opportunity. Every time mankind is weak and medicine supplies scarce, they strike. That's why war and plague go hand in hand. It's because of the creature behind it. There's a really famous example for this monster type, Dokkebi. Younger readers may not have heard of it. A mysterious man bouncing around on one foot, carrying bottles and misbehaving. They bring ruin and plague wherever they go. Watch who you trust, for who knows how it could all end. Avid readers of our magazine will already know there are various types of monsters, right? Since we've received a lot of questions on the topic, let's take a closer look. Today is all about manipulation, also called deception. You want to know about the attributes of monsters who employ this trick. The first sign is an extreme display of confidence. The classic tale of a handsome man or woman using their looks and confidence to manipulate others has been done to death. Yet, never gets old, does it? Maybe deep down we actually want to be seduced by a beast and simply follow our darkest desires. How did they know what I'm into? If you had to think of a mascot and prime example for this type, it would no doubt be the lust-filled, manipulative succubus. But remember that even they are all individual, and some prefer causing nightmares instead of erotic dreams. Another example known to never be of another type would be the well-known siren. Their demonic songs are known to lead humans straight into ruin. I guess the thought of finding true love out on the open sea is simply one too good to be true, right, my sailors? If you suddenly find yourself in love out there, think twice. Those butterflies in your stomach might be bats, after all. Wise words to live by. Those butterflies in your stomach might be bats. Alright, I think that's all. Is that all of our new lore? Wait. Monster info, vampire records. Month X, Day X. Our hunting party of once 7 has already been reduced to 4. Jane is too weak to participate in battle, and Peter has lost his arm, which, realistically, only leaves Carl and me. Carl! Jane insists on performing the summon before it's too late. Our plan is to summon the vampire and cut him down before he can react. We see no other way, so we collectively agreed. Come sunset, we shall see this through. Peter agreed to pose as a frail patient acting out of desperation. Given his current state, the role cruelly suits him. Peter laughed and told us not to worry. It was hard for us to ignore the suffering behind his smile. According to Jane's interpretation of the notes, we weave together a doll. A doll for summoning. It supposedly represents the connection of the two worlds. For some reason, it did not work. Jane didn't know why and tried everything she could think of. Peter voiced his concern about it, but Jane insisted that this was the only way to properly summon the vampire. In the end, nothing we tried worked. Jane went over every detail again with great attention, but could only conclude that there was nothing we had missed. Drained, exhausted, and frustrated, we did not talk to one another during dinner. What more did we need to do? Peter kept trying to do the ritual at night. Carl and I hid with our crossbows ready, but these efforts were once again in vain. We decided to get some sleep at last. It seems this hellish journey is far from over yet. I do not know if it's because of the failed summoning, but Peter seems weak. I feel sorry for him, but we will have to try again tomorrow. Only once we slay this creature can my wife find peace. Alright, we got a new piece of information on the vampire. Summoned with dolls. Dolls. Well, we got a doll offering here. Right here. The first case has to be the vampire. Right? Pierced. Look, pierced the summoner's body. Pierced. Rejects Ariok's way. I don't remember that. but look, these two alone, I'm going to say this is Mina. First case. Absolutely is Mina. I'm calling it. The second case, I think we called this one the succubus, but like we've only got the monster type in the language. So, And if it's not the vampire or the succubus, I'm thinking, who are we talking to? We think the fox spirit might actually be the human at this point. So, either Rinche, the undead, or Sumi, the witch, who is apparently a ghost. I'm not really sure what's going on. But we have the lake, so it's possible. But the monster type is different. The monster type here is fear. This says deception. Either way, look, I'm just going to say right now, I'm going to go with the Kumiho. Hana is the human. Is my thoughts right now, because as we found out, Sumi is apparently a ghost. So, there's a fourth case? We haven't even come across that yet. What? Alright, whatever. We need to pick the one, so let's go with Hana. Yeah, go. Alright, that was a lot of lore. Okay, let's go. Before meeting with Hana, I go over everything I found once more. Nothing I found has anything to do with that list we're looking for. There's not much I'll be able to tell her. On my way to our meeting spot, I feel like a student who hasn't done his homework and is about to show up empty-handed. I arrive at my destination.
왔어요?
Here at last. Hana is already there. She's been waiting for me. Or rather, for the information she hopes I've gathered. Sorry, Miss Teacher, no homework here, just excuses. I slowly approach Hana, ready to get reprimanded. Hey there.
마을 외곽에 있는 회관 알아요?
Do you know that hall just outside the village? What hall?
꽤 큰 마을 회관이 있어요.
There's a town hall. Quite a big one, actually.
그런 곳이라면 주민 명단을 만들어 관리하지 않을까요?
Wouldn't that be where records of all the residents are usually kept? A town hall. Personally, I think we should be on the lookout for religious facilities. But I came here without any new info whatsoever, so who am I to talk? That's certainly possible, yeah.
지금으로선 가능성도 사치예요. 우선 조사해보죠.
If there's a possibility, we can't afford to ignore it. Let's check it out. You sure sound ready for action. I mumble under my breath and follow Hana at a fast pace. So, you haven't been in there yourself yet?
주민들의 방문 빈도가 잦고 불규칙적이라 혼자선 위험해요.
It's too dangerous to go alone. Residents visit frequently and at irregular times.
한 명이 망을 보고 한 명이 움직여야 할 것 같더라고요.
One of us has to look around while the other one stands guard. It's only now that I notice Hana sounds quite exhausted. She's probably been preoccupied with how to infiltrate the town hall right up until now. I feel sorry now because of how little I've contributed. I was so busy checking out all the other important places, as a result, I left Hana with all of the workload of our investigation. We both don't say anything as we walk. She's tired, and I'm not brave enough to apologize.
여기에요.
That's it over there. The town hall isn't that big. Hope Hill Village isn't exactly a sprawling metropolis, so that makes sense. A short distance from the town hall's entrance is a road leading towards the village. A couple of villagers appear to be taking a break there. They are quite far away from the town hall, but with the open road they've got a clear line of sight on the main entrance. Front door's out of the question.
따라와요.
Follow me. Where are you going?
저쪽에 긴 문이 있어요. 그쪽으로
Why does
가자.
she keep pointing at us like that? There's a back door over there. We'll take that route. Hana seems to have already come up with a plan on how to get inside. I'm thankful that she's so reliable and admire her tenacity, but there's still that lingering feeling of regret because I haven't been of any help. The town's hall interior is big enough to accommodate pretty much all the villagers. I wonder what they talk about during meetings. Religious sermons? The newest K-dramas, like normal people?
준성 씨는 정문 쪽 망 좀 봐줘요.
Jinsung, please
제가
keep an eye on the
돌려볼 테니.
entrance. I'll look around. Sure thing. Though I've only met her recently, I feel like I can tell quite a bit about Hana's personality. Strong-willed, a leader, always one step ahead. Unlike most people, it doesn't seem arrogant or overconfident in her case. To me, it seems like she's always been a loner, working on her own. I'm not too sure I like that. Seeing Hana like this, I can't help but feel like I'm staring into a mirror. I sigh and try not to dwell on it. I walk towards the front door to keep an eye on the main entrance. I press myself against the wall nearby and focus on what's going on outside. Gotta do my job properly. It's been about 5 minutes now. I'm nervous and my neck feels stiff. I move my head back and forth to loosen my muscles a little. I sure hope getting out of here will be as easy as getting in. I can hear footsteps. Hoping I might have just misheard, I concentrate and focus solely on listening. I see, so that's what actually happened. Exactly, you've been lied to all your life. That's definitely people talking. Sounds like two voices, and they're headed this way. I can't see them. Aren't they coming from the front entrance? I make my way back to Hana as quickly as possible, all while being extra careful not to make any noise.
왜 이쪽으로?
Huh? Why did you come back here? Shh!
이 소린.
That sound. Upon hearing the footsteps, Hana suddenly realizes the urgency of the situation. I move my lips without making a sound. We've gotta hide.
저기
Stop
방에
pointing at me. What about that room? What if they go in there?
그럼 어떡해요?
Got any other ideas? Oh. The locker. I look around and notice a closet nearby. The closet's empty. I think it looks big enough for the two of us to hide inside. It's DBD time. The footsteps draw closer and closer to us. Our lips speed up as we anxiously try to communicate. This closet. Really?
너무 좁잖아.
It's too narrow. Blame whoever built it, not me.
차라리 저 방에.
I still vote for the room. Hana runs towards the door reading secretary next to the closet. The door doesn't open. Hana's face turns redder than a landscape shot of Mars. There's no time, hurry. I grab Hana's wrist and step inside the closet. My heart is pounding. This is how sardines must feel. Sure. I inhale deeply to slow my heartbeat. There's the closet's smell of old wood, but also another unfamiliar scent. This scent. It's warm and soft, almost like skin after a fresh shower. Thanks for making it really weird. It is only at this moment that I realize how tightly I'm pressed up against Hana. My heart starts pounding again, this time for a different reason. Hana will undoubtedly feel and hear my heartbeat. I really didn't plan for things to end up like this, but my heart just does its own thing. I look at Hana and try to read her expression. Fortunately, it doesn't seem like she's noticed my rapid heartbeat.
좀 진정해요.
Just calm down. So, turns out she actually did notice. I don't really know what to say and just nod my head. Another thought pops up in my mind, one that would be considered exceptionally creepy under normal circumstances. This natural feel of her skin. Bro, it's still creepy. Very creepy. Its smooth texture that's clearly visible when looking closely. Thanks for making it super weird as well. Could a monster, an evil demoness, even actually look like this? Or could this be a perfect disguise to distract from her true identity? Are we the last ones? My thoughts are interrupted by the sound of a man's voice. Upon hearing the voice, I'm brought back to reality. This time, my heart doesn't beat fast. Quite the contrary. Rather than simply slowing down, it feels like my heart has actually stopped beating altogether. Looks like all the others have left already. But Mr. Park's not here yet. I was told he'd be here. Oh, really? Hey, why is that locked? Step away. Mr. Kim must have locked it. Alright, that's it. From what I can tell, the two men are carrying something while talking to each other. Though it may sound like regular conversation at first, they are speaking slower than usually and are out of breath, which gives me an idea of the condition the men are in. I can feel my heart starting to beat faster again. By the way, about that other thing. Huh? Ah, you mean... Yeah. How do they even do it? Don't concern yourself with that. They do their own thing, let them be. Better to stay out of it, isn't that obvious? Isn't it all about the ritual? Well, anyway, young folks these days lack true faith. That's just the facts. Don't even say that. Those poor lost souls. I pray for their salvation. Here, that's it. Park will come here for the rest. He's always late. He'll be here soon. Let's get out of here. I hear something again. The sound of footsteps moving away slowly becomes more faint, then disappears. With the sound completely gone, I sigh and attempt to exit the closet.
잠깐만.
Wait a minute.
좀 기다려요. 혹시 모르잖아요.
Wait a little longer, just in case. Hana looks serious and carefully peeks through the closet's small gap. I look at her while she does so. Hana truly is a beautiful woman. I know it's not exactly the right moment, but being trapped in such a tight space, it's pretty much impossible for me not to notice. I'm lucky she can't read my mind. This is a new level of pathetic, even for me. I can feel the blood rushing to my head, so I preemptively turn it away and look to the other side. After a few minutes that feel like an eternity, we decide to step out of the closet. Our surroundings are still dead quiet.
아무도 없는 것 같죠?
Think the coast is clear? Yeah, I don't think anyone's still around.
아까 그 사람들 뭐라고 했던 걸까요?
Those men, what were they talking about? I recall the villagers' conversation. It's obviously a cause for concern, but now is not the right time for an in-depth analysis. I'm not too sure, but I've definitely heard them say Mr. Park will be here soon.
보채지 마요. 깊게 생각해보잔 소리 아니었으니.
Don't think about it too hard for now.
서두르죠. 아까 보니 관리 사무실 문도 열린 모양이에요.
Let's hurry. Looks like that door's open now.
전 저길 찾아볼 테니 준성 씨는 망 좀 부탁해요.
I'll go take a look, so keep an eye out, okay? Hana quickly makes her way inside the previously locked room. I lean against the wall. From there, I can see both the front and back entrances at the same time. Yes, ma'am. Just keeping an eye out. With my arms folded, I stand there and keep watch while talking to myself. About 3 minutes pass that way. I take turns checking each direction to make sure there are no unwanted guests. Maybe it's because I've been focusing so intensely, but I'm starting to feel really tired. I twiddle my thumbs to keep my mind occupied. And that's when things escalate all of a sudden. I hear the door being opened loudly and quickly turn around to see what's going on. Hana is running towards me and looks absolutely terrified.
도망가!
Run! Come on! What? What's going on? Go, go, go! Whoa! Hey, wait! I lose my balance and bump into the furniture next to me as Hana sprints towards me. Oh my goodness! All the clutter falls down to the ground and shatters, making a lot of noise. I try to avoid stepping on any shards and turn my head to look inside the door to check out what made Hana panic. What the? Uh-oh. There is a strange thing dressed in what looks like a priest's robe. Very, very slowly, it's approaching, phasing through the wall. An entity of pure horror and malice. We're in grave danger. Once glance is enough to know how much trouble we're in right now. Also, I remember that these are powerful beings and that humans are utterly helpless against them. How do I know that? Where did I hear that? I really don't know. Not that it's important right now. Crap! Whatever happens, I have to stay away from that thing. But... Hana! Wait! Slow down! I try to stay as calm as the situation allows, and manage to stop Hana. Hana looks at me and I point my finger in the direction she was headed to focus her attention. Who's there? Is that you, Hong? Did you screw up again? No, I'm over here. Wasn't me. Then what was all that ruckus just now? I can hear multiple people gathering. Attracted by the loud noises, the villagers are starting to flock to the place. They seem to be coming from the main entrance. If we had kept running that way, it would have caused us to run straight into them. Hana's face turns a little red, probably because she realizes how big of a mistake she's almost made. I doubt even elite-level lawyers are trained for this kind of situation. Then again, who is? I turn around to take a look behind me. The malicious robe-wearing entity is getting closer. Let's run towards the forest. Filled with desperation, I look at the back door. And on my signal, we both start running towards the woods at full speed. Who was that? They went that way! I can hear the villagers shouting behind me. I can't waste a single second looking back. Hana and I sprint through the forest like our lives depend on it. Because they do. It's only been about a minute, but sprinting at full speed has already made me lose my breath. We are both moving a lot slower now, and I can still hear footsteps and voices coming from behind us. Granted, they sound pretty far away, but they are slowly but surely getting closer. We have to run faster. If only we could get out of this forest. Hana! Hana's foot gets caught on something, causing her to fall down. I immediately run over to her.
괜찮아요. 그냥 걸려 넘어지.
It's okay. I just tripped, that's all. That looks bad. Is it your ankle?
그런 것 같네요.
I think so. Hana looks down at her ankle and tries to move her foot, but to no avail. I look up and check behind us. We can't stop here. We're not safe from the villagers chasing us yet. I doubt they would simply kill us on the spot if they caught us like this. Our role in their grand plan is too important for that to happen. However, it would be a massive hindrance for any of my survival plans. I've gone to great lengths to ensure they think they're successfully deceiving me. I can't afford to get caught and have that advantage ruined. Get up, quickly. I'll support you. You can lean on me.
좀 진정해요. 이러서야 둘 다 잡혀.
Keep it down. Otherwise, they'll just catch both of us. Hana steadies her breath and looks around.
저기 보여요?
Can you see that over there? There's a small pit. It looks like it can barely fit one person. No way. You want to hide in there?
말했잖아요. 이대로면 둘 다 잡힌다고.
If we stay like this, they'll get us both.
차라리 제가 저기 숨어 있고 준성 씨 혼자 도망가는 게 나아요.
I'd rather hide in there and then try to escape by myself. But, Hana, that's way too dangerous. If they search around here, they'll find you in no time.
아니요. 그렇게까지 수고스럽게 수색은 안 할 거예요.
No, I doubt they'll comb the area that thoroughly.
저 사람들은 그냥 수상한 소리를 확인하려는 것뿐이지 뚜렷한 목적을 가지고 필사적으로 찾는 건 아니잖아요.
They're just checking for the source of the sounds. They don't even know what it is they're looking for.
하지만 이대로 날 부축하면서 걸어가면 진짜 들킬 거예요.
But if you move while having to support me, they'll find us for sure.
이게 최선이에요.
It's best for both of us. What an incredibly cruel dilemma. I can hear Hana's voice trembling. Though she's trying to appear confident, it's clear that this is incredibly hard for her. I feel like I'm responsible for this predicament because I tried to hurry things along too much. That thought only makes leaving Hana behind an even harder decision. I look back. I can hear their voices. The villagers are getting closer. Damn it. Here we go. Come on, I'll help you get over there. It hurts. Slow down. You're stubborn. Really, really stubborn.
은근슬쩍 반말하지 마요.
Shut up. Don't belittle me. Just making observations, talking to myself. Your temper is something else.
내가 언제...
No. Want to fight over it? Not fair. You'd win. Alright, hide over there and remember the spot.
죄송해요. 짐이 되려던 건...
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to become a burden. Save it for later. Just be careful and stay safe. I set Hana down in front of the pit. Hana bends down and carefully enters the pit. Fortunately, the pit is deep enough to hide Hana quite nicely, but I'm still really concerned about her ankle.
빨리 가요. 난 괜찮을 거니까.
Just go already. I'll be fine. We'll meet back at our usual spot. Hana nods, and I pick up branches and fallen leaves to cover the pit with an improvised, natural-looking lid. Okay, this should keep them from finding her anytime soon. Having finished my concealment work on the pit, I run off in the opposite direction. A fair distance away from the pit, I kick a nearby tree as hard as I can. Hey, did you hear that too? What is it? Come on, guys. My foot already feels like a drumstick. Those sounds! Can't you hear it? That way! Over there! I can hear the men running towards me. That should do the trick. I start running again and I can feel my sore legs doing their best for one final push. Alright, I have to get out of this forest. After it's all said and done, I'll have to act like nothing ever happened. I have to think carefully. Phew, jeez. Arriving back at the village, I lean against the wall of a nearby building and try to catch my breath. The cold breeze hits my warm, sweaty body and cools me down. I adjust my jacket a little and wipe off the sweat on my forehead. Damn it, they got away. You sure they're here? Who'd be stupid enough to head right into town? We still have to check it out. I hide and then check where the voices are coming from. Off in the distance I can see 2 men. Did they come here all the way from the town hall? They're out of breath and are looking around anxiously. What should I do? Just stay hidden like this? But maybe waltzing around like nothing just happened would actually work. Alright. We can be careful, stay hidden, or we can be shameless. Try acting like nothing happened. I don't know. I feel like acting like nothing happened is obviously, probably a good choice. Because if we stay hidden, but they do find us, then you can't really, lie your way out of that. Alright, let's just do it. Let's be shameless. I remove some twigs and leaves from my pants and shoes. Just to make sure, I also take off my jacket and remove all of the dirt on its backside. Afterwards, I take out my phone and check myself out with the selfie mode. Good. Looking fresh. Hoo boy. I casually walk towards where the voices are coming from. Oh, hello. How are you doing? The man greets me in a completely different tone than how he spoke before. It's creepy. Ah, hey there. What's up, guys? Not much. The usual. By the way, if I may ask. Yeah? The town hall. Have you been to it? I apologize for my friend. You see, he's been really stressed with work and... Oh, no problem at all. So there's a town hall? I didn't even know. Yes, it's a little out of sight. But don't even bother with it. Nothing interesting. Is there a reason why I shouldn't go there? It's run by a really strict priest. If you go there for no real reason, he may scold you for interrupting his work. Oh, I see. Wouldn't want that. Well, we've still got work to do. We should get going. Yeah, let's be on our way. The 2 men walk away after the conversation's done. Phew. The tension coursing through my whole body disappears. Looks like I've fooled them. From how they acted, it didn't seem like they found anyone. Hana appears to be safe. Thank God. I should meet with her back at our usual spot once some time has passed. With that in mind, I head towards my next destination. Alright. A bit of a lengthy episode again because of that massive lore drop at the start, but so far, we figured out that Mina, the vampire, is probably the suspect of the first case. The succubus is probably the second case. The third case? No idea. And the fourth case we apparently haven't even come across yet. So we're down to either Sumi, who was the other chick, the undead, the zombie, or Hana as the human. Sumi is the ghost. So I don't think that counts as human in any way. I'm going with Hana still. The undead chick did not seem like she was human. Anyway, come back next week. We're getting closer to the end now, I feel. It's not too far away. Let's see if we're going to be dragged horribly down into hell or if we can actually find the human. I'll see you guys then. See ya.